Welcome back to Inner Tales. Today's story is not loud. There is no drama, no shocking moment, no sudden twist. It is the story of a young woman and a quiet change that reshaped her life. She was 26 years old. She believed that being honest meant sharing everything. Her thoughts, her dreams, her fears, her plans. If something was on her mind, she spoke it. If something hurt her, she explained it. If she had an idea, she announced it. Then one ordinary day, something small happened. Nothing special, no applause, no attention, just a soft feeling inside her chest. And for the first time in her life, she chose silence. She didn't explain. She didn't post. She didn't tell anyone what she was thinking. That moment of silence quietly changed everything. Her name was Lina. Lina was young, thoughtful, and deeply emotional. She believed openness was strength. She believed hiding things meant weakness. So she talked. She talked a lot. She shared her plans before they were clear. She shared her fears before she understood them. She shared her dreams before they felt safe. When something confused her, she explained it. When something hurt her, she spoke about it. When inspiration came, she told everyone immediately. At first, it felt good. People listened. People reacted. People gave opinions. But slowly, something inside Lina began to change. Each time she spoke, she felt lighter for a moment. Then she felt weaker. Her energy faded faster. Her excitement didn't last. Her motivation disappeared before action could begin. At night, lying in bed, she felt exposed, as if too many people were inside her thoughts. As if her mind had no walls, a quiet question started to rise inside her. Why do I feel tired after talking so much? She didn't know the answer yet, but her story was just beginning. Days passed. Nothing dramatic happened. Nothing collapsed. Nothing broke. Life looked normal on the outside, but inside Lina, something felt off. Her goals were still there. Her effort was still there, but progress felt distant. She talked about change. But change didn't come. She explained her plans again, and each time her excitement faded sooner than before. People asked questions. People offered advice. Some doubted her. Some smiled politely. Lina felt watched. Every word created pressure. Every explanation felt like a promise she hadn't fulfilled yet. At night, her thoughts stayed loud. Her mind ran in circles. She felt tired before the day even began. One evening, she sat by her window. The city lights flickered below. Cars passed, voices echoed in the distance, and a quiet thought appeared. Maybe I'm not stuck. Maybe I'm just too loud. She didn't fully understand it. But something inside her was asking for quiet. A few days later, Lina left the city. No announcement, no explanation, no long message to anyone. She went to a small town where mornings were slow and nights were silent, where time felt softer, where nothing demanded her attention. Near the edge of the town, there was a river.
Wide, still.
Peaceful. Every morning, an older woman sat there. Her name was Mara. She spoke very little, but her silence felt full, not empty. Lina didn't approach her. She just sat nearby. Day 1 passed with no words. Day 2 passed with only the sound of flowing water. Day 3 came, and something inside Lina began to slow down. Her thoughts softened. Her chest felt lighter. Her breathing became deeper. On the 4th morning, Mara spoke. "You carry many voices," she said calmly. Lina looked up. For the first time, she didn't explain herself, she just listened. Mara stood up slowly and picked up a small clay cup. It was old and simple. She filled it with water and handed it to Lina. "Hold this," she said. "Walk to that tree and come back. Don't spill a single drop." Lina nodded. She walked carefully. Her eyes stayed on the cup. Her steps became slow and deliberate. When she returned, the water was still full. Mara looked at her and asked softly, "Did you hear the river?" Lina shook her head. "Did you notice the wind?" Again, she shook her head. Mara smiled gently. "When your attention is full, noise disappears," she said. "Silence isn't empty. It's focus." Something settled deep inside Lina. For the first time, silence didn't feel lonely. It felt safe. Mara spoke again. "For the next 7 days," she said, "say less. No explaining, no announcing, no sharing your plans." Lina felt resistance rise immediately. Silence felt dangerous. Silence felt like losing control. On the first day, she wanted to speak. When someone questioned her, her mouth opened, then closed. On the 2nd day, she felt misunderstood. Her chest tightened. She wanted to defend herself. But she stayed quiet. On the 3rd day, something softened. The urge to explain weakened. Her thoughts slowed. By the end of the week, Lina noticed something new. Silence was no longer heavy. It was steady. And inside that quiet, she felt stronger. The days became calmer, not empty, just peaceful. Lina woke up earlier, not from pressure, but from clarity. She worked without telling anyone. No updates, no explanations. Her mind felt sharper. Ideas stayed longer. Distractions faded faster. When doubts appeared, she didn't speak them. She watched them pass. When emotions rose, she didn't share them. She breathed. They softened. Her energy stayed with her instead of leaking through words. For the first time, her goals felt protected, not fragile, not exposed, strong. After a week, Lina returned to the city. The noise was the same. The streets were the same, but she was not. People asked questions. What are you working on? What's your next plan? Lina smiled. She didn't explain. At work, she listened more. She spoke only when necessary. Her words carried weight now. They were slower, deliberate. People noticed, not because she talked less, but because she felt calm. When challenges appeared, she paused instead of reacting. She chose instead of rushing. Her confidence was quiet, steady, unshaken. Before fully returning to her life, Lina went back to the river. Mara was sitting there, just as before. Lina didn't ask questions. She already knew the answer. Silence hadn't taken her voice. It had given her control. She no longer needed to explain her journey. She no longer needed to prove her strength. As Lina walked away, Mara spoke one last time. Not everything needs to be shared. Lina nodded. Silence was no longer fear. It was wisdom. And she carried it with her. Now, let me ask you something. What is one thing in your life you talk about too much? A goal, a plan, a feeling. What if you protected it with silence? Thank you for being here. Welcome to Inner Tales, where quiet stories build strong lives.